See, we saved like $10 on delivery. I mean, on just carry out, whatever.
Yeah. Is that right?
You know you can do that more often, right? We can just go and get the food.
Yeah.
Dude, you good?
Hey?
Jack, hi. Sorry. We're just in the middle of trying to get Jack down from the thing.
Now!
I don't even know why you're up there, man.
He wishes to perch like a cat, because the cats like to perch up there.
Correct.
They shouldn't be doing that in the first place. That doesn't mean you should take example from them, Jack.
Jack, why are you being influenced by animals?
As they're funny.
Is that it?
Well, son, to answer your question, if I'm good, I think I have the information. I think I have some pretty interesting information, and also potentially who made Nova.
What? Is that what you were doing that entire time while I was driving?
Did you think I was just not gonna keep working on this in every giving moment?
I was talking to you the entire time. You were not listening to me at all. Were
I mean,
you?
I was and wasn't.
You're a horrible passenger, by the way. Just saying, Moon.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, so William Afton's alive.
What?
He's also 20.
What?
That doesn't make any sense. He's supposed to be like 80 years old by now or something, ain't he?
Henry, Emily, and Edwin, whatever. They're also like in their 20s.
Edwin Murray.
Yep.
They're in their 20s.
And I looked.
How?
Vanessa's 65.
Maybe I should have done a bit more digging around this place. No wonder I couldn't find him, actually. Afton. No wonder I couldn't find him. He didn't exist, or he's not as popular as he used to be. In our dimension, anyways.
I mean, that's just the 4 I'm able to find right now.
Why are you looking up those 4?
Well,
You're
all
looking them
things...
up because they're the usual suspects for this crap.
Yes. If going based off the logic of our dimension, if everything went backwards, I assumed that the original animatronics here would have been made by William and Henry.
That means the original animatronics weren't made by them. That means they were made by someone else.
Yup. I haven't been able to figure that out yet. That's a lot of scrounging
I
through
doubt
Fazbear's
it's
history.
Vanessa.
Could be, though.
It could, but
I don't think she picked up a bachelor's in mechanics or whatever.
I don't have a lot of info on her. All I know is that she's 65.
Okay. It could be worse.
Could, but if we're going off the logic of whoever created Nova Frost is the one giving them these orders from time to time, then it can't be either one of those 3.
Huh?
It can't be William, Henry, or Edwin.
They're too young. They couldn't have been there to make him. Or them.
And what, we said 40? No. Yeah, 40 years ago would have been around the time they were made.
Years.
Then that means that somebody else made them, and we don't know who it is.
40 years ago, Vanessa would have been in her 20s.
Ripe at a young age, could have made the animatronics, but that doesn't mean that she did.
It doesn't mean that she did, no.
Vanessa, okay, look, Vanessa, as far as I'm aware, usually turned into Vanny, but that was it. They turned into like a murderous psycho bunny or whatever.
And that's because of Glitch Trap or whatever.
But I don't know if that means Vanessa here did that.
I mean, if William didn't become Springtrap, then there wouldn't be that virus. Glitch Trap wouldn't exist.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that means we don't have 4 different iterations of Springtrap! Glory be!
I'd rather not deal with that.
But, yeah, I honestly looked more into William, Edwin, and Henry than anybody else. William and Henry are both in college at MIT.
Yeah, maybe we should get our degrees.
We don't need that garbage. It's a piece of paper that just says you know how to do the stuff. I have proof of reference.
But yeah, the businesses aren't looking for that. They're looking for dedication. Like if you spent 4 years getting a degree or whatever, you know.
Well, bite me. We're our own business runners. And from what I can tell about Edwin, it seems like he's also in college, but he's not at MIT. I can't tell which college he's at.
Well, that doesn't matter. They still couldn't do it, but who built Nova Frost then?
I don't know. I mean, the best person I got is Vanny right now.
Vanessa.
Yeah, same thing.
No, it's not. They're different.
You know what I mean. Yeah, Vanessa's the best person I have right now. But they're 65, and that's all I can find on them.
Right.
I don't have a
Then-
location. I don't have anything if they're in a old folks home at this point, or anything about residency.
What about the kids?
What?
What kids?
The kids that died. What are their
Oh,
names?
right. Fritz,
What about-
Cassidy.
You mean the first victims?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
those guys.
if everything went backwards, then
Are
they would
still
be.
alive?
Yeah, they'd be probably somewhere in their 40s, because they died.
What about the children of Afton? Michael, Elizabeth, and Chris.
I don't think that he's called Chris.
I don't care what his name is, the youngest.
I think sometimes he's Evan.
It depends on which dimension. I think it's Chris in this one, though.
I think.
Regardless, did they come before Aft? Is one of them his dad? Or like, this is
mean,
getting weird now.
realistically, I'd assume it'd be Michael. He was the oldest.
Right.
So now we have more people to look up whoever made Nova Frost.
Oh, that's so much harder.
And we have no idea which one it is, because sometimes there's commonalities between dimensions, but in this one, everything's reversed.
And I don't have any proof. I don't even know who started Fazbear.
Wouldn't Chris be the prime suspect?
I mean, hypothetically. We don't have any reference
he
on
was the
anything he
youngest.
could have been. He's dead in almost every dimension.
Yeah. Is he dead here?
I
Probably.
don't know.
Maybe.
I'd have to spend time looking through morgue records.
Who's William Afton's dad? Or mom? This whole thing is confusing. This whole dimension's confusing. Does the family tree go in reverse somehow?
I mean, I'd assume that Chris, Michael, and Elizabeth are all still related.
Right.
Whether they're siblings or not's a different story.
Different universe, different rules. Perhaps it would do well if we investigated more into who made Fazbear originally.
Well, wouldn't it have been Fredbear's at the beginning?
Yeah, it was called Fredbear's originally.
How does that work?
Or did that go
here?
reverse too?
Wait, how does that work here?
Are we going to be rebranded to Fredbears at some point?
No, because, wait,
I am not
R-
doing that.
Spring Bonnie. How did that work? Bonnie doesn't exist until the 3rd generation.
I don't think there's even a spring anything, man.
They wouldn't exist yet. Oh god, is their last version of animatronics the Springlocks?
Oh, God. Hey, at least maybe they'll avoid the things like, crushing your bones or whatever.
No, that's the end goal. They want to die.
Are we going to rebrand to Fredbears?
That's actually a pretty solid possibility, I guess.
Following the logic that everything is reversed, it is a possibility.
Oh god.
Not a great one. I hate the name Fredbears.
We'd go from Freddy Fazbear's Family Diner to Fredbear's Family Diner.
Should we keep an eye on Afton?
Which one?
William. The guy was a murderer, a child killer. If he's in college right now, it just stands to reason eventually he'd maybe turn violent.
There's a chance. I mean, he's in his 2nd year at MIT.
Just because we know what he does in other places doesn't mean he'll do it here.
Him and Henry have won a couple of prizes at some local competitions, but that's really the only thing
What?
to note.
It was a car crash.
What was?
A car crash that made William afraid of death and made him test with other methods. But this is when he had children of Elizabeth, Chris, and Michael.
Right. Didn't the car crash also kill his wife or something?
No, his wife was alive.
Isn't it implied that, like, she later went off a mountain?
I don't know, man.
I thought she was Ballora.
Hard to keep track of any of the crap. And now we're in a whole different place, so it's all getting thrown out the window anyways.
I mean, we do have reference that Fazbear in this dimension has still had child deaths on their hands.
Never figured out who it was. Oh my god, it's not...
We don't
gotta
know
actually find out
who, we
who it
don't
was.
know what, we don't know when.
I shall look.
You don't need to look.
I already found the answers.
What?
The first child deaths appear at the exact same times in the timeline, from 1985 and 1983,
I thought it was 87.
Those persisted?
I thought it was 83 and 87.
and 87.
Okay.
I am still looking through the timelines.
Okay. So, Wait.
So that doesn't... So then did Chris still die, or did it...
We don't know. This whole thing's confusing. This whole thing is just confusing me.
Jack! In your infinite wisdom on the shelf,
What?
do you have any ideas?
Dead kids are bad.
That... We knew that, Jack!
You can't judge somebody based off non-existent actions?
Huh?
If
That's-
William hasn't done anything here, then we can't judge.
We can't do anything because William hasn't done anything yet either. As far as we know, the crash will never happen.
He won't have this fear of death that took over him.
Yeah, we still have dead kids regardless. And we still have no idea who Nova Frost is.
And we don't
Wait,
know
when
who
was Nova
founded
Frost built?
Fazbear.
Nova Frost was like first production. Right. First production. That means he was built first almost. That means when it comes down to it, they'd be on the Fredbear timeline. They'd be the first ones. So that means there's two people at least that we should watch out for. It was William and Henry at first, but then it means it's somebody else.
If we're going
Two
off it still
different
being in
individuals.
Afton, it's either Chris, Michael, or Elizabeth.
Then who could it be? Charlotte as the other one?
I mean, maybe. But yeah, that was Henry's kid.
Yeah,
But
but
that-
also they didn't have a second generation of kids, so... Well, neither did they. Neither did any of Afton's kids. They died.
Yeah, Michael became
Right.
a walking, like, rotting corpse, and Elizabeth became circus baby.
Right. This is so
Wait,
confusing.
what generation is the animatronics here on?
Toys, I think.
That means the Fun Times were already made, right?
Yeah, somewhere.
God, that's confusing.
Everything's reversed, yet it makes sense. You know what? For all my smarts, my head's starting to kill me.
No, I'm not. I'm trying my best to keep up here. My head hurts just thinking about this.
Yeah, this took me 2 days.
Oh, God. Okay.
You know what we should do? We need to find the first location. There might be some information there. Yeah, find the first location.
Monty, what do you know?
Yeah, dude.
Do we own the first location?
Nope.
Thank God.
But it's underneath another place.
Where?
Me.
What does that mean?
Wait, is it under the Pizzaplex?
Yep.
Cool, we have to go to the current generation Pizzaplex.
What? But
It's literally underneath the Pizzaplex, son. It is underneath there.
Do you remember
wanna-
that there was the entire pizzeria underneath the Pizzaplex back in our home dimension?
no.
Yeah, we gotta go back there.
So we have to go to the Pizzaplex and go under it.
Toys are the current line right now. So that's an issue, but not a big one.
Well, one, we're gonna have to go there at night, more than likely.
What, to just sneak on in?
Yeah.
Do we not look conspicuous enough for you?
Your model doesn't exist anymore. Me and Sun look
Yep.
like Nova Frost on Beta,
Baby.
and Solar looks like both of us with an update.
Why don't you just make the thing that I have?
Molten, do you understand how difficult it was? I'm assuming, because I didn't even make the one for you.
The illusion disc?
That's just tech you had from the creators.
Why can't you recreate it then?
Do you want me
You
to
know-
pull it out of your head and dissect it?
If it would help.
We're not gonna do that, Molten.
Molten, I have
Thank
no
you.
idea. I have
What are the
no
odds?
idea how ingrained that is in your system. If I pulled it out, you could die.
Maybe we could ask for some help.
From who?
I don't know, man. Anyone?
Sven.
Let's not bother the old cod, dude.
He's the only
Besides, at
creator that
this
doesn't
point-
hate our guts. Or anybody's guts, because he's cool.
He's also getting pretty damn old.
Okay, we could go talk to one of his kids, aka his sun and moon.
Okay. Okay. We'll just go at night. We'll sneak on in, go underneath the pizzeria, go to the other pizzerias underneath the pizzeria, and then find the stuff that we need.
There should be files, probably some leftover paperwork that says who owned the place.
We're gonna have to sneak past the toys too. If they're anything like if
they're-
they're anything like Monty and the others from back home, they should have a lot of security measures built in.
Or they're asleep. Hopefully they're asleep.
Hopefully, but I mean, Monty, Do we want to reference security breach?
We know nothing about this dimension, dude. As far as we're aware, they're completely normal. Or they're bad insane.
Monty
if
is
they don't-
correct.
If they don't have a Bonnie in this dimension, well, they do have a Bonnie now, but they didn't originally. I'm trying to think about how this would work.
There is a Freddy, there is a Chica, there is a Foxy, and there is a Bonnie.
Yeah, and then you and Roxanne in this dimension were one and done.
Basically,
So, going off the logic of Fredbears or whatever, the original
Wait, shouldn't
Fazbears would have been
shouldn't Roxanne
Freddy.
be taking over Foxy then? I don't know, dude.
Back in the home dimension, Fredbears was Freddy and Bonnie as Springlocks. So in this dimension, was it Freddy and Chica? Or was
My
it
head
Freddy
hurts
and
with these
you?
Questions.
You know
Are
what?
you the spring trap in this dimension?
Don't start with that Please don't start with that Do not want to be a Spring Bonnie thing.
You know
Spring
what? It would
Gator.
be really funny.
Spring Gator?
You're just covered head to toe in like flowers and stuff.
What, Vanessa got spring locked or something?
Yeah, maybe she's a giant alligator.
That is a horrifying piece of imagery, Moon.
What, you don't want to think about Burn Gator?
Okay, we're stopping there. If we is the
Scrap Gator?
scrap gator at the thing at the bottom of the thing?
What about the Blob?
Blob?
You know, the giant mass of wires that's you without legs, but worse.
We're gonna need to find out when we get there, dude.
We need to know a
Well,
lot
I'll
of
plan-
things. We should have done
Tell
more
you what,
research.
I'm gonna plan out some more stuff, alright?
How you doing
Well,
up there,
like what?
Jack?
There's a lot of scratch marks up here.
What?
The top of this shelf is scratched.
What? No, it's. Oh my god!
How bad is it?
Did you do that, Jack?
Jack, is the paint missing?
Cats.
Not yet.
Oh my god! It's the cats. They're using it to.
Are you surprised?
I'm gonna put tape up there.
Or you could cover it with aluminum foil.
That looks ugly tape.
You know, I'm gonna just like get a beer or something. I seriously need my head's hurting me, and I'm gonna figure a
I
way
need
out
whiskey.
I'm gonna figure a day for us to go over there and do stuff. Anyone want anything?
I could use a beverage.
Who wants shots?
I do not like needles.
No, it's not.
Put your
No,
hand down, Jack.
Oh.
Soldier, you want a shot?
This whole place is confusing as hell to me.
Yeah, that's why I'm taking
I-
shots.
Hate drinks.
I'm just gonna go relax upstairs in my room.
Son, where are my shot glasses?
I'm right here, dude.
Oh, I didn't look.
I moved them.
Where?
Son,
You son of a... I will just drink out of the bottle.
Okay.
All right.